Hi, this is Richard Quack here, coming to you live from Malaysia. I would like to welcome you to my weekly live video. And in today's session, I would like to talk about personal development. And the topic is, do you want to author your own book? Now, this is very interesting topic, and I believe that I'm qualified to speak about this. All right, I'm qualified to talk about this topic because personally, I've authored more than 10 books. Okay, I personally authored more than 10 books, so I'm more than qualified to talk about this topic. So, if you're interested in authoring your own book or writing your own book, then please pay attention to this particular topic. Now, everyone has a book within them. Do you agree with me? Everybody has got a book within them. You know things that you are passionate about. Agree or not? You have things that you're passionate about. If you like to cook, then you have passion for cooking. If you like cars, then you are passionate about cars. Then you can write something about cars. Okay. In fact, there are a lot of people outside there. Let's say cars. All right. If you are passionate about car, you can write about car, and you realize that there are a lot of people outside there who are looking for information that you have. So you can write a book. If you have passion for something. Now, let me tell you about my story here. I was in the UK for more than 8 years. All right. While studying in the UK, you know, I attended a course on how to study. There are courses on how to study. To attend a course, I have to travel all the way from Birmingham to London every week, more than 2 hours by train. Okay, to go to the lecturer's house. And what he do is that, he'll teach you about exam technique, how to sit for exam. You don't even, do anything else. He doesn't teach you anything. All he do is that he give you some exam papers for you to do. You sit down and do it for 3 hours. After that, he just go through the paper. He don't even look at the content. What he's looking at is basically your technique, your examination technique. So that is why it's so critical. All right. So I went to that course and I know a lot about how to study, how to sit for examination, and so on. So I was thinking about writing a book on that. Okay. So I surveyed at that time, many, many years ago. I surveyed in the bookshop. There was no book on how to study. There was literally no book on how to study. But you know what? I did not write the book at all. Like most people, we just keep on postponing, and nothing happened. All right, and nothing happened. And you realize that, when I came back to Malaysia, I make a research in Malaysia in the bookshop, and there are plenty of books on how to study. By that time, everybody is already writing books on how to study. But I found out that, many years ago, there was no book on how to study. Okay. So anyway, I did not write the book. Okay. Although that was my first idea to write a book, I did not write the book. So when I came back to Malaysia, I did not author any book at all until I went for a seminar. This is not how to write a book seminar. It's just a normal seminar. And at the seminar, I met one young man. All right. And this man was much, much younger than me. And I was impressed because he authored a book. Myself, older than him, I've been thinking about authoring a book, writing a book, but I've never done so. But this young man authored a book. So you know what happened? When you have somebody who has done it, I asked him out for a cup of coffee, all right, which he was kind enough to meet me up. And I bought him some coffee, and maybe a little bit of a snack here and there. And, I asked him, can you tell me how you authored the book? So he began to tell me how he did it and so on. So I was like a sponge, I absorbed everything. That is what's important. You got to look for somebody who has done it and you got to listen to it carefully. All right. So after listening to him, I made a promise to myself, I made a commitment to myself that I'm going to come up with my book within the next 3 months. Within the next 3 months. So what happened is that, I went back and I started preparing and writing the book. My first book was called Cappuccino and Success. It is a compilation of 101 short stories with motivational principles. Okay, so true enough, I came out with a book within 3 months. Motivational book called Cappuccinos and Success, and it is in the market still today. You can get the book, but the thing is this. I sold it in ebook and also in paperback copies. All right. But you know what? I did not stop there. Most people, they have ordered a book, then they say, okay, I've done it. That's it. I reached my goal. I'm going to take a big break. All right. But no, I used the momentum to come up with the next book, and next book. So that is why I've authored more than 10 books so far. More than 10 books so far. Just because I decided to take action and I used the momentum to bring me forward. Okay. So basically, I've never authored a book before, and I never attended any how to write a book course at all. I know of friends who, attended the how to write a book course. They pay thousands of ringgit, but at the end of the day, they never come up with a book. But me, without even attending any of those seminars, I authored my own book. So what I'm telling you is that it is only your desire, your own drive, if you want to write a book. Okay, so I've never authored a book before, but today I have more than 10 books to my name. All right, so basically, what I want to tell you is that what you learn from this story of mine, very simple. Okay, number one, no one will wait for you. Remember the first book I want to write on how to study? I didn't write. And nobody is going to wait for me, because later on I discovered there were so many books on how to study. Isn't it true? So if you don't take action, somebody else is going to do it. Nobody is going to wait for you. The second point that is important here is that if you want to get advice, get from people who have done it. That is why, I got advice from the young man who has authored a book. All right? He authored a book. But you know what? All right? It is important, to make a decision. If you want to author a book, ask the opinion of people who have done it. So for those of you outside there, if you want to author a book, then you can ask me for help. I don't mind giving you advice. All right? I'm willing to share with you my experience and my knowledge. Okay? Now the third thing is when you start is not important. All right? Why is that so? Because the young man authored the book earlier than me. But you know what? Until today, he's still with that one single book, but authored more than 10 books. So when you start, it's not important, all right? What you want to do after that is what is important. And I use the momentum to write another book, and so on. And so far, I've got more than 10 books with my name on it. And the young man, although I respect him for, advising me and so on, he's still with one single book. So when you start, it's not important. All right? Momentum is important. Remember, when you set a goal, you reach it. Use the momentum to push you forward. Don't stop there. All right? The other thing I want you to note is that there's no need for you to attend seminar on courses on how to write a book. All right? I mean, frankly speaking, it's up to you. You want to write a book, you can write a book if you want to. Make up a decision. You see, it is in your moment of decision that your destiny is shaped. So it's a matter of decision, that's all. And I always say this change can happen in an instant. It is the decision to change that takes a long, long, long time. So once you make a decision that you're going to come up with your own book, all right, make a decision and take action, and I can assure you, you will come up with a book. At least, if you have not authored any book, you come up with your first book first, and then after that, use the momentum to go further. All right. Now, I authored more than 10 books. Of course, it took time and so on, but the thing is that you have to take action. Now, what you need? Well, actually, very simple. It's only a drive, that's all. It's only a drive, all right? And the other thing you need is after you author the book, I need an editor to edit my book because my command of English is not as good. So, I need an editor to edit the book for me. Then I need somebody to design the graphic for me. Okay. And I need to get the ISBN. The ISBN is the barcode at the back of the book. There's a barcode, right? That is called ISBN. You can get the barcode from the public library. In Malaysia, you can get it from the public library. And in fact, today, you don't have to go there. It's all online. Previously, I got to go there. All right. They give you the ISBN and so on. And basically, what they want from you is that, after you publish the book, you got to give them some copies of the book for them to distribute to the public library. Okay. And lastly, you need a printer. Of course, if you want to have a paperback copy, you need to get a printer, a reliable printer. Okay. A reliable printer to print your book. Okay. And let me talk about how many copies you should print. I mean, for a start, you don't have to print 20,000 copies. You can start with maybe 500 copies first. All right, start with 500 copies first, and if it is selling well, then you can have another edition, second edition, third edition, and so on. Okay, right, now let's talk about marketing. Now, you can have the book, but you need to market the book as well. All right, marketing is very important, and there are two types of books you can market. One is the ebook version. The ebook version, you got to have a website, which I created myself. You have a website, and then you promote the website, and you make the sale on your website. Okay, I don't go into further detail how you do that, but you can market as ebook on your website. Now, what is good about this is that there's no physical copies. That means you don't have to print the book. All right, you have the ebook version, which you upload to the server one time, and after that, when people purchase from you, they can download it. You send them a download link, and they download the ebook into their computer. As simple as that. Okay, now physical copy, of course, you got to spend some money to print it. All right, so and physical copy, of course, the profit margin is not as high because the printing cost and so on will have take up part of the cost. All right, whereas ebooks, there's literally no cost whatsoever. Okay, now I can assure you that what I did in terms of marketing was that I got to go to distributors, the book distributors, like in Malaysia. I go to certain what you call publisher, like MPH. I go to even if I cannot remember. The first one was a Straits Time or something like that. They will publish, they will distribute the book for you. But let me tell you, it is not cheap. All right, it's not cheap. All right, they take a hefty commission out of it. All right, you author the book, you arrange for all the printing and so on, and then they help you to distribute the book, but they will take a big portion of it. And the other thing is that if you cannot sell the book, then they will return the book to you. That's it. All right, and the other thing that is even drastic is that the payment period is very long. They said it's 3 months, okay, 3 months, but sometimes it will drag on to more than 6 months, okay, before you get your payment. So it's not easy, okay. Let me tell you the truth, I'm not trying to discourage you. You can write a book because why? It is an achievement, okay. But the thing is that you don't get rich by writing books, okay, unless you are Stephanie Meyer and so on, or Harry Potter type of book, but most of us, our books are not bestseller. So we just have a byproduct of publishing a book. The byproduct is that you are known for authoring the book, and after that you can be a speaker and so on. So those are the byproduct. Okay. Well, lastly, I want to say that you can do it too. If I can do it, you can do it as well. Now, the English not be good. Like myself personally, my English language is not as good. Okay, but you can still write the book and get somebody to edit the book for you. You need not be creative at all as well. And especially today now, it's so easy with the AI like ChatGPT. I tell you, can write and publish a book very easily. Honest truth, Okay, I'm not creative. Okay, too much time. Well, people think it's too much time to write a book. Honestly, you don't need a lot of time. Let me give you an example. Okay, if you just write 1 page a day, 1 page is not much, right? Just like a small article. You write 1 page a day in 5 months. 5 months, all right? You have 150 pages book. 150 pages book is quite a reasonable size book, isn't it true? Just doing 1 page a day. That's all. So if you look at it seriously, it's practical for you to write a book. Okay. Now the other advice I want to give you is that self-publish your book yourself. I know a lot of people, they go through all the publisher and so on. Well, if you go to publisher, right, the rights to the book belong to the publisher. You don't have the right to it. What they do is that when they sell the book, you just earn a copyright amount. That's all. It's a very small amount. I self-publish the book. Of course, I spend the money on it, but whatever amount of book I sold is all mine. I don't have to split it with the publisher. All right, so I will advise you to self-publish the book yourself. It is not difficult. Okay, if you need advice, you can always chat with me. I'm very, happy to be able to assist you. All right, so that's all I want to share with you. I'm not going to the detail nitty-gritty of how to write a book and so on. Maybe if you want to know about that, then you let me know, okay? The nitty-gritty of it and so on, your planning and so on, which is also very important, okay? So let me summarize for you. Do you want to author a book? Everybody has a book in them because you know something that a lot of people are looking for, the information that you have, all right? Basically, I shared with you my experience and so on. But the thing is that I want to share with you this experience. No one will wait for you. Okay. Number two, get advice from people who have done it. Number three, when you start, it's not important. All right. I authored the book, and later on, I come up with 2 books, 3 books, 4 books, and so on. Okay. Momentum is important. Ride on the momentum. After your first book, plan for the second book, third book, and so on. And lastly, I want to say that there's no need to attend seminar on how to write a book. Okay. Now, basically, you want to market the book. There are 2 forms of books. Number one is physical copy, and the second one is e-books. Okay, which are distributed differently, and of course, the profit margin is different as well. Okay. Now, lastly, I want to share with you is that you can do it too. Your English need not be good. You need not be creative. You don't need to take a lot of time. I give you a simple example. If you write 1 page a day, after 5 months, you will have 150 pages book. Yeah. And lastly, I advise you to self-publish the book yourself. Don't go to a publisher. I know a lot of people want to go for a publisher, but once you go to a publisher, the book don't belong to you anymore. It belongs to the publisher. What you get is only the copyright. That could be a few cents a book. Okay, so that's all my sharing for today. I hope that you learned something. If you like what you hear and see, please feel free to like, to share, and to comment. Again, I would say that if you need advice from me, please feel free to message me. I'm happy to be able to guide you. Okay, so that's all my sharing for today. So this is Richard Quack wishing good night and goodbye. I'll see you again on Friday for another session of my live video. Bye bye.